Yeah, this was on last time. Last time you remember we talked about Korobov. We talked about some positions where he sees the initiative, and actually that's our topic for today. Also, if we go very quickly, if we go back very quickly to last. Okay, great, Safak, you made a draw with Eric Hansen. That's not bad at all. Yeah, excellent result. Um, Let's see what we had last time. This was the game. We looked at the whole game. We won't do that again, of course. I just wanted to ask at this point if anyone remembers how did Korobov continue here? What did he do in order to get substantial advantage here? All right, just to see if somebody remembers. You get 30 seconds. All right. Yeah, new topic today: seizing the initiative. Exactly. Aha. Yeah, exactly. Everybody remember this? Good for you. Razor, Sarthak, RKDK, Ararat, Sheng, Liukoko, Pop Fisher, Crying Face. Everybody remembers this. Yeah, nice. And there was even a better move. Yeah, Hong Pao's move was better, according to the computer at least. But Korobov did not want to trade queens. He actually won the game by a nice attack in the very end. So, okay, Sarthak, since you drew the strong grandmaster, you also get a chance here to show us White's best continuation. Aha. We are waiting for them. Okay, we have a new user, a sensation, a sensation. Okay, sensation, welcome. So queen c3 is some kind of prophylactic move because we are waiting for them to play a6. And after that, and Hong Pao has beat Gotham Chess. All right, congratulations, Hong Pao. A lot of good results here, I can see. Yeah, very nice. So this is what we were talking about. White gives up a pawn, but they get a lot of compensation. Rook b6 was Korobov played. Later on, he got like a nice attack here. Something with the knight coming to e5, I think. Queen c5 was another interesting idea. So yeah, very nice. That's what we were looking at. I was not here last class, says Rohan. Yeah, no problem, no problem. You can't be here all the time, right? So we are just going over the last examples of Anton Korobov that we were checking, and I thought this was very interesting. He had no plans on retreating with the knight, and he saw that he had all his pieces ready for action. Somehow the position was begging for this kind of action, giving up a pawn like that, and he had a very nice advantage. And interesting how he had a king in the center, and it didn't matter. So nice. Okay, so new topic today, guys. We're talking about the initiative. Okay, I have a question. What is the initiative according to you? Could anyone tell me some kind of definition? What is that? The initiative. Activation. Yeah, I like that word. Yukoku, interesting. I didn't know you could say that in chess, but tempos, dynamic advantage of time, having the ability to control the positions, positional advantage, maybe weak square. Oh, you're more cooperation of the pieces, momentum. Yeah, momentum, like when you take the momentum when you use your opportunity to get a grip on the game and so on. Yeah, I would say what Cecilia Mayhem says when you're on the side calling the shots. All right, when you're on the side calling the shots, something like that. You have a greater influence on the battle. It's not necessarily an advantage in itself, right? Please notice that it could be. Oh, sorry, I misclicked something here. You make the choices exactly. It could be an advantage, but not necessarily. No, not necessarily. Um, Taking the initiative, we get more activity. We control the game a little more. It could be about the king side attack. It could be about creating a passed pawn. Many things. No, not necessarily it's an advantage, but we have more control of the game, as you were saying. So I wanted to show you both these situations. The one where you actually get an advantage, like a long-term advantage, but I'm also very interested in the other situation where you don't get an advantage really, but you get maybe a more present game, and it's not so easy for the opponent um, to play the best way to keep the balance and so on. So I'll start with something, and slowly we will make our way understanding this topic a little more. So okay, here we go. I'll take the yeah, exactly. It could be an advantage, but not necessarily. That's what I would say at least. But okay, please notice that the word initiative um, it's used in many different ways now. It can also be confused with an attack now. Attack is probably more about when you attack the opponent's king or something. Initiative is a little more wider turn. Anyway, enough talking about definitions and so on. Let's have a look at our first example here. So this was a game played some years ago in Russia. Two grandmasters, I think. Black played at this point the move. Yeah, the knight is hanging. Of course, they don't want to self pin, so they played at this point knight f8. All right, guys, it's your turn here. I would like to know how you think white should continue at this point. I think I will quiz you for only three moves here, so you get 1 minute. Okay. The initiative, the power or opportunity to do something before others do. Yeah, I like that definition, skilled saver. Interesting. Okay, I get some different moves here. Some people want to triple up. Young Jial, we have our first winner here. Sui Random plays an interesting move here. I see. All right, we will come to that. But I'm not taking the rook, am I, Sui and Nicole? Rohan and Hong Pao, you also got it right. That's exactly what White played in the game. A lot of people wanted to put the knight on d5 instead, like Santos and Smart Goldfish and Sensation. Yeah, what would the difference be? I don't think there is a big difference. If you play knight e5, you can also consider yourself winners. It's very similar to what he played in the game. Yeah, I can't really find big difference. Maybe the knight could go to some other square, like g5 or something. Else, it's basically the same thing. So, okay, Young Jiao, you were fastest on this occasion. Please go ahead and tell us, how did you play here? King h2. I think so. Maybe Razor slightly slower. No, your move. So e5. Please notice what we're doing here. In the long run, you would say maybe black is better because they have the queen side pawn majority. No, they can advance. The bishop looks kind of nice also. I don't think there are many other moves that we can play here. So yeah, some people said rook d1, for instance. I don't know. What would I play in that case? Could I play perhaps knight e6? No, probably not. You're going to play rook d7. One question, of course, is what happens if I take the pawn. I haven't looked at this really, if I could take the pawn. Maybe I could, right? And if you come to e1, I could maybe play queen somewhere. f5 also possible. But yeah, this looks safer, no? Not clear that white has full compensation here. You can play queen h6, but you're not mating anyone, right? Knight on f8 never mate. So not so clear if you play like that. I don't think there are many moves here, honestly. 95 somebody said, but yeah, we're hanging the rook, so that can't be right. So back to Young Jiao. No, Young Jiao says we should start here with e5. So you can see white gives up something here, right? We give up something to take the initiative. We give up our pawn structure. Of course, black took on f3. And white takes back. So this is what I would say. It's a good case, good example of what initiative is. White is certainly the one who rules here. No, we can see white would like to bring a knight to f6 in some way, like this or that, maybe. That's like, I think, is the main idea. Some other ideas are also like maybe just gain more space. Maybe we can bring the queen to attack at some point if the knight leaves and so on. Why not king g2 on the last move? Yeah, we will come to that. We'll come to that. Be patient, please. Whoever said that, yeah. All right. So black played at this point the move queen h4, starting some kind of counterattack. So let's see. This is the moment where Young and also Nozdratchev, the Russian grandmaster, played knight e4. Yeah. Okay. I should answer your questions now, right? Let's see. King h2 was proposed. Yeah. I guess what they simply noticed was that it was not necessary to protect the pawn. If you play like that, let's try to figure out some difference here. Yeah, I go knight e6 and I go knight f4. Whoever said this, no? Those of you who said king h2, please be kind and explain what was your plan after this. I think we're attacking now. Yeah, why on earth would you allow this? You could go to d5. Oh, I understand. That's smarter. Maybe I can also be smart and put my knight on g5 instead. Or no, or I mean, I also like to attack. I have a right to attack, right? Not because white has initiative, black is not allowed to attack. So even if you take exactly chessart says something very clever. Even if black takes on h3, it's not a check; it's just a pawn. Why would you be so? What would you say? So urged to protect his pawn. We are fighting for the initiative, right? So I don't believe in those king moves. No, rook e4 says Razor. Oh, rook e4. Yeah, the queen is attacking on her own. Pop Fisher, you're right. Yeah, why would you do this, Razor? Or I don't understand. Oh, king h2 first and then rook e4. That's what Razor is saying. All right, knight here, and now rook e4. Okay, you're taking away the square for your knight. If I stay around, racer, to go knight e5 next turn, you still like it? I'm hitting you a little here also. I understand. 95. Oh, I noticed now. You're right. Yeah, this is not advisable for black. Yeah, sorry about that. I went to the wrong square, it seems. Queen g5. Yeah, that's probably smarter. Queen g5. So if we play queen g5, this means that they cannot play 95. Then they drop the queen. Aha. Yeah, f4. Yeah, now we got into complex variations here. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe I could stay over here and knight e5, you want to play knight f6. Yeah, we lost ourselves in variations as always, no? I don't know. Maybe white is better. What about queen d5 after queen g5? Oh, sorry. That's another variation. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. White is slightly better, I think. Yeah, I have no idea. It's highly possible. But before we lose ourselves in variations, what if we try to generalize a little? Somebody said here, it's not, it's just a pawn. Why do we have to play a move like that if we can speed up the initiative with 95 or 94? That's what I was, 95 or 94. That's what I was saying. Activation. 94, yeah, I'm not sure. Knight e4 has the advantage that it takes this square maybe. So if knight e5, black could play here knight e6. This was black's best move. Let me tell you, this was the right. This is why e5 actually doesn't yield an advantage. It doesn't yield an advantage because black could give back the exchange. I have this in my defense course, by the way, on Chessable, exactly this example. 96 was very clever here. And in this position, you can see that probably black is doing perfectly fine. But the Grandmaster didn't play it. You see, we are the whole exchange down. Petrosian would be happy about this. Black has a lot of no, he didn't. Sicilian Mayhem. Pridorozny did not play like this. He should have. But in the game, unfortunately, he played in a more, what can I say, ordinary way, like in a more normal way. After the move, knight e4, he simply played here, I think, king g7. Yeah, who wouldn't play king g7? I plead guilty. I would also play king g7 probably in the game. It's very natural. He saw that if knight f6, now it's not check, now I can put my rook somewhere, perhaps. But unfortunately, why white took on c5 instead, white took here, and now they're about to play e6. I thought this was an interesting turning point. Now, we were so much into playing on the dark squares, but suddenly white took here instead because they noticed something. Black took on h3, and I think everybody can guess what happened next here, right? I'll just quiz you for one move. I don't know who won't play king g7. No, I don't know either. It's just a theory that it comes natural. All right, Tori, HDI, Ryan, and Rohan, and so on. Everybody saw this. Queen f4. Interesting. I didn't see that move. Maybe that was also possible. Queen f4. What would I play in that case? I can't play the boring queen f5, can I? Those of you who said queen f4. If I'm very boring and I play queen f5. Trade of queens and so on. Or yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, if you want this, you play this and I play that. Do you have something smart here? Yeah, I would say that too. E6 is begging to be played. Aha, that's exactly what I would think also. Anyway, please tell me. Oh, bad endgame. Oh, maybe you're right, Sicilian Mayhem. I didn't check very carefully. I thought maybe I could bring my knight over here or something. It's probably bad endgame. Yeah, but how bad? How bad is the endgame? I don't know. I don't say anything. I have. Oh, this pawn is hanging also. Yeah, I think you're probably right then. Knight takes a6. I would go knight g6. You have knight c7 then. Oh, sorry. I should not allow that, of course. Yeah. Rook e6 maybe, Sicilian. Can I play that? Or is that very silly? Oh, you play knight c7 maybe. All right. I'm losing myself in variations now. So probably I didn't play correctly. All right. Queen f4. Any other idea here? 96, is it possible or does something bad happen to me here? I can't say this clearly. Anyone? 94. Oh, we're coming back now. I feel like I'm very safe here, but it's probably not correct what I'm saying. Queen 94. You want to move the queen and put the knight there? Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Oh, rook d7 is also strong. I see rook d7. Interesting. I cannot take because I got mated. So yeah, I think this is something to look into, no? Queen f4 certainly doesn't look bad. He didn't play that in the game, but Queen f5. I'm back to my original idea. Sorry, just one more look at this. Knight takes here. If I play some discrete move like rook here, for instance, I don't know. I don't feel like white is very well coordinated here. F4, you're saying f4. All right. I play knight g6 then. I want to take this pawn. What? How can this be so good for us? A3 says crying face. Wow, we're really losing ourselves in variations now. Okay, I'll go knight g6 then. Is it fair to say that you get an extra pawn maybe? Don't forget I have a passed pawn on this side, right? Knight b6. No, Sicilian Mayhem says knight b4, knight g6, and knight d5. I see the point, right? Rook takes and rook takes. Okay, I must not do that. But this is also hanging now in some variation, Sicilian. If I adjust my line a little here, let's say we have this position. Yeah, we shouldn't maybe lose ourselves in these details, but it's entertaining now. Anyone, feel free to yeah, rook e6. I thought maybe Sicilian would take and play knight c7 and fork me there, or maybe that doesn't matter. That's why I didn't want to play like that. But else, it was interesting. Forget knight e5. Oh, he said rook d5. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong move. So I cannot even read your comments. You said rook d5. Oh, I see. You're trying to defend everything now. Yeah, maybe you could do that. I don't know. Uh, highly possible. Yeah, I don't know where I will play here. You're going to take another pawn from me. Yeah. I don't know what to do here. Maybe we are being outplayed here. Rook e8 maybe, and try to take on e5. Is this even possible? Yeah, maybe we are losing ourselves a little here, but I agree. This looks very promising for white. I'm with you 100%. Queen f4. Okay, the verdict is clear here. Queen f4. It gives you half a point, but I must say I like more what you played in the game. Okay, Ryan, you can tell us how will you continue here, Ryan, the greatest. Um, e6. That's what you played in the game. I think this is more unpleasant for black. Honestly, everything is relative now. E6 was played in the game. It's extremely hard to defend black here in this position. His only chance was to play. Anyone? Black's pawn structure isn't good enough to draw easily. Yeah, I think you're right. I can't tell you which one is best. Maybe queen f4 is technically best, but here it's not easy to defend black. Try to defend black here. Queen takes f3. All right, I go queen d4. I go queen d4. Anyone? Black's next move? What would you play on that occasion? Queen f6 says I love panda. I hope you don't have the computer plugged in. I love panda. I go e7 now. What do you play after e7? Let's say who has the computer on. King g5. How did the king get to g5? Okay, Racer. I hope you don't have Stockfish running on your equipment, no? But that's the right idea. Aha, you're right, Racer. You're thinking like a chess engine here. Yeah, not bad. Let's see what Racer has to say. All right, Racer, you get the black pieces here. Please go ahead. How did you defend here? The Grandmaster had to see this little sequence. That after queen d4 check, it looks like white has pulled a rabbit from their hat after queen f7, queen f6, e7. However, knight x6. Exactly. In this way, black would have kept the balance, and the game would probably finish in the draw, right? One way or another here, white would maybe take, and black would take back, and it would end in a draw somehow after rook takes and so on. Something like this. So in the end, everything ended in a draw. But how easy to see this in the heat of the battle? That's what I'm asking. Ultimately, that's a little what the initiative has to do with also, right? We have some greater influence. We force our opponent to defend heroically, and they won't always succeed in time travel and so on. So maybe you're right. Maybe queen f4 was better, but also e6 has its charm. In the game, black did not see this interesting drawing sequence or saving sequence they played in the game. Rook e7. This was not a good move from black. Now the rest was easy for white. Okay, guys, I will quiz you. Isn't that better for white? Maybe it was a little better for white. Yeah, anyway. Okay, let's leave the engine for now. I just want to see two more moves here. How did white continue? Now it's a big advantage. Yeah, now it's a big advantage. Racer, you found it in 2 seconds. Okay. Good for you. Racer is working really well. E takes f7. We're trading off the rooks. That might be okay also. Yeah, you're maybe right. What would I play in that case? Many variations here. Yeah, what to do? Black is getting killed now in this variation. I think that's maybe okay also. In the game they played like Yugoslavian, Kiro, Dada, Apple, Crying Face, Darial, Shane Gordon, Sarthak, like you played. Because I want to play, I wanted to see. Yeah, I don't follow the conversation. Anyway, so let's ask Brian. Brian is one of the winners here. Please go ahead, Brian. How did you continue at this point? We start with queen d4. We keep some flexibility. When they play f6, we have a very nice move here, helping the passed pawn to advance. The pawn is currently blocked, but after Brian's next move, it will be impossible for black to defend here, right, Brian? Exactly. Yeah, if I take like that, I think it ends in a disaster. No, Brian, what do you think? That's never gonna work. Aha, white simply has too many pieces here in the action. Now we're winning a piece at least for starters. Yeah, what else could I possibly play after 97? I don't know. Can I defend this pawn somehow? Like queen. He took in the game. He played queen takes f3 in the game. And you just have to deflect the queen, right, Brian? You just have to deflect the queen. So how can we deflect the queen? Exactly, Sicilian Mayhem. You're right. This is what happened in the game. Deflect her, please. Aha, deflection 1 and deflection 2. That's what happened in the game. Aha, queen b1. And unfortunately for black, they could not protect his pawn anymore. And white soon went on to win here. Yeah, we don't need to see all the moves here. Yeah, queen takes. It was not nice for black this position. b3. White takes their time. I think the point is simply to defend the rook and avoid any counterplay. Queen f4, bringing the knight to f6, and white went on to win. Yeah, white is so winning. I agree. So if we go back to the very beginning, you can see that what white played here was the move e5. After knight f8, they played e5. Maybe someone else, I don't know, you guys know, but maybe some of you would say, hey, I don't want to play like that. I'm weakening my pawn structure. I want to play something more solid than that. But this is what you have to play here, probably in this position. You even need to take the initiative, the momentum, before it's too late. Before black gets counterplay. Who knows? They can push these pawns, or maybe they can bring the knight to the center and so on. So you have to play this. Yeah, exactly. Black is positionally fine, or even better. Initiative is usually gain of space. I'm not really convinced, Razor. Here it is. I would say, Razor, but what you're saying. Often the initiative is triggered by pawn breaks now, pawn advances. So in that case, you're right that of course it's about gaining space now when you push your pawns. But it can also be piece play on some occasions. Some exchanges also can trigger the initiative. Anyway, so he played e5. It wasn't really a big advantage. After pawn takes, black played queen h4. But even here, black could have played knight e6. If black thought about it, they could have played um, 96 earlier. Oh, maybe this just transposes. Yeah, maybe this just transposes. And then you play queen h4. I think this was the best line for black to play 96 here. And it wasn't so easy for white to make progress here. Knight f6 and king d7. We talked about this, right? We said that black had good chances here with the knight moves and so on. This was like the best way to play, I think, with black. But then in the game, as we saw, after e6, black could have saved this game had they played here. The chat is lagging. Yeah, because you send so many messages that it gets like stack overflow, we call it. So we can refresh very soon, right? I was just saying that it was possible to save this, but you had to navigate through these complications now to see variations like this. Yeah, easy when you see it, but maybe not so trivial at the board. Yeah, too much spamming in the chat. That's why it becomes slow also. All right. So anyway, I hope you see what I mean, right? E5, we give up something, we take something. That's what initiative is basically about. All right. I'll bring my next example here. So let's make a slight change, and let's have a look at one of the examples where it's actually leading to a concrete advantage. All right. Here, black takes the initiative, and it actually yields a concrete advantage. Okay. Maybe some of you have seen this example before. Moussard with white and Sonne with the black pieces. At this point, white played rook e1, and I would like to know how black can take the initiative. And something that Razor said recently will make sense in this example. Okay, So you get 1 minute, I think, for this mission. Okay, 1 minute 30. All right. Yeah, Berlin, exactly. Uh, Berlin structure. You get half a point. There is a slight inaccuracy there. Panda, Skilled Saber, Kiro, HDI, or KDK, Del Real. You're on the right track, but you can improve this line, okay? You can improve it. And he did play, the German Grandmaster, he did play it in the more improved way. Knight takes e4. Yeah, you get half a point, Leo Coco, Gordon, and Sicilian Mayhem if you play like that. We will come to that. So we random. Congratulations. We have a winner here. Brian, second winner. Racer. Racer is always in this race now. You never fail, Racer. Wow. You should reach 2600 very soon, I think. Such an accuracy, at least in these quizzes, no? So good for you, Racer. Rabbit, you were also very close. Some people wanted to sack on h3. That's crazy. Sack on e4. Wow, many sacrifices. Please notice, guys, it's not tactics class, no? It's there are tactics involved, but it's more about the initiative, no? It's a little about everything, but not purely tactics. So typical Berlin battle. You can see that White has a solid pawn structure, but Black has the bishop pair. White would like some kind of maneuvering game, but Black found a way to break up the position and exactly seize the initiative. Ararat, you also found it. Congratulations. So Sui, you were fastest. Please go ahead, Sui. You get the black pieces here. Tell us, how should Black continue? Yeah, we played b4 first. Please notice this move is ugly, right? Ugly in the sense of the last example that we looked at. If allow me to go back to the previous one. Some people would say e5 is ugly because it lets Black ruin the pawn structure and create a whole bunch of weaknesses, right? Ugly in a sense, but it's good for the initiative, and that's of course what we're talking about here also. When Black plays here the move b4, they are simply kicking away the bishop from this diagonal. If you wanted to play, yeah, we will be right back with you, Sui, but I first wanted to comment on g5 because some people wanted to play g5. If you play g5, it's the right idea. We will expand. We're forcing them to play knight f5. The problem with this line is that after that, who said g5 at move 1? Anyone who said g5? Please tell me. Oh, we have a new user, Erm. Should I add this user? Anyone? Give me advice. The user, Erm999. All right, I'll take the risk and I'll invite this user. So, Rohan, what did you plan to do here, Rohan? You plan to do e4, maybe? Oh, g4. Well, what can I say about that? It's hanging here for starters. Did you have some smart tactic there, or could I maybe take with a knight and play d4? Am I missing something? I can't say this clearly. Anyone? Yeah, e4 is what I thought you were hoping to play here. So you go e4, I will take on e4, and when you take back on e4, anyone guess what White will play here? But Tori, there is a clear explanation to all this. Exactly, Gordon. Thanks, Sicilian Mayhem also. This is the point. This is what Swanne saw in the game, I think. That's the first thing he thought about here. He said, oh, I want to play g5. Sorry, let me just explain one thing. He wanted to play g5. I'll take on f5 and I'll play e4. That looks nice, he was saying. I'll bring my knight to e4 and I'm hitting f2. Oh, they can play bishop to e4. So that's like the chess player's brain. That's how it works now. And he said, oh, so if I really want to do that, I should probably start so b4. Exactly. Okay, so we're back on track with you. They played bishop d2, and now it's easy to guess what Black will play here. So White has to play knight f5, and here something interesting happened, because the Grandmaster played rook d8 here, which is not a bad move. He went on to win this game. It's not a bad move. He's hoping to play e4 next turn. Had you said that, you were winners also. Rook a8. It's a great move also. His point was simply that if White plays bishop e3, he would take. And you can guess, Sui, what's the next move here? Of course, that's why he played rook a8, evidently. So this was fine. In the game, they had to play something like knight h2, and he played e4 anyway, and he had a very strong attack. But there was a simpler way of playing, and that's the one that Sui said. So please go ahead again, Sui. Um, he played e4. He could have played e4 instantly. Why didn't he play it? Well, if you ask me, the reason is that he saw that if knight takes e4 again, white would challenge this bishop. But Sui has an answer to that. Aha, you take. Yeah, please stop chatting. I don't know what, typing my username or, yeah, please stop spamming. Yeah, else we will just make the chat private, but that was not the point, no. So rook takes e4, extremely clever, because now if bishop e3, yeah, we can play bishop e3 just to finish off this variation. All right, Sui, what would happen here, for instance? Now white ends up with a dreadful pawn structure, right? Yeah, don't make it too complex. Yeah, bishop takes, for instance. Yeah, I don't even know what I should play here. Yeah, I'll take back with, yeah, with anything with the pawn. Yeah, you can make one more move, Sui, and then we can leave this, okay? Yeah, many good moves here. I'm a lazy player. I would also play rook a8. I try to minimize calculation. I would just bring my pieces to the party, and I'm hitting this pawn. I'm getting ready to play knight d5. If they take, yeah, thanks a lot. Now my pawn structure is healthy again, right? So nice. Yeah, thanks, Sui. Rook e1, black found the move b4. It's strategically very ugly to play this move because weaknesses now. But tactically, or what should I say? Concretely speaking, it was a great choice because we got a chance to seize the initiative, and it's really like a substantial advantage. So dynamics, you could probably say also, right? Maybe this is more about dynamics. We're changing the pawn structure. We are creating new opportunities for our pieces. All right, enough talking. You can do it again. Okay. Okay, great work, Connor, Sartak, Chesart, Rabbit. A lot of people took with a knight on e4. No hard feelings if you did that, but then I can play bishop e3, right? Yeah, tell us, please, Chesart. You can take the black pieces here. Show us very quickly how do you continue here. Dynamics coming up now. We kick away the bishop so that it's not controlling these squares. Now we force them to play knight f5. The pawn structure has changed a lot, and we managed to open up the game for our pieces. Knight takes e4 is very natural, but maybe bishop e3 and white keeps some stability, but it's more clever to take the other way with rook takes and later on bring in the rook. So something like that. Okay, I think we can continue. I'll show you another example where it's, you could say, a substantial advantage, where the initiative, it is some kind of long-term advantage. Maybe you saw this game, maybe you saw it. Interesting battle, Gukesh with white, Kamer with the black pieces played recently. You can say it's a Nimso, black castled short, the white castle long. It's slightly unpleasant for black to play this position. I never liked it when they had this kind of pin. Names are gone wrong, says Mayhem. Yeah, I think you're right. Bishop on d7, Mayhem. This is not common now to put the bishop on d7 in the Nim, so it's better to have a knight there usually. But okay, who am I to criticize Kamer for this? Let's see what happened in the game. He played here the move g5. This is what happened in the game. All right. So I hope we haven't seen this before. Anyone, did we see this before? I hope we didn't. Yeah, it's some kind of Nimso, I think, or no? Anyway, no hard feelings if it's some other opening. More important that we understand what's going on here. How did Gukesh continue here with the white pieces? Feels like some kind of Kasparov game, this one. I feel like he's playing in the spirit of Kasparov. All right, I will only quiz you for 1 minute 20 seconds. The chat has become a war zone. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Knight takes d5. Oh, come on. Not so fast, not so fast. Calculate a little also. Knight takes d5. Yeah, I'll take back on d5. You have seen all those Italians where they let white take on g5 and nothing happens. King g7, king g6. Yeah, it's almost like that. Just you don't have any knights anymore to work on the pin. So please don't take on g5. Yeah, that's not serious, guys. That's not serious. Good thing that Greg Shahadi does not say when you're sacrificing on g5. HDI, we have a winner. Congratulations, HDI. You found the whole sequence here. Some people, bishop g3, can you play that, Ararat? I think I'm winning minor piece there, right? E4 coming up. Crying face goes back with the bishop. That's what he was preparing for Kamer, I think. Crying face and Pop Fisher, Tory chess. Okay, who else was close here? Razor never fails, no? I love Panda. Okay, congratulations. We have 3 winners. You all walked in the footsteps of Gukesh in this game, who played in a really nice fashion. Now he made good use of the bishop pair. Okay, so let's. Brian, you also found it. Yeah, great work, Brian. So let's see if we can understand this together. How can white keep the initiative, or how can they take the initiative? Call it what you like. I would say when black plays g5, they are trying to take the initiative. Aha. So, okay, tell us, HDI, tell us how to continue here with the white pieces. Yeah, it is, Tori. It is. It is. D takes e5. Please notice in the first place, all those of you who wanted to sacrifice, you need to calculate this a little better. I'm saying that in the Italian nowadays, in the Italian, it seems blacks allows white to sacrifice there on each and every day, nothing happens. On this occasion, I will take like this, and it's not easy to show how white should continue their attack at this point. No, I think King G7 and Rook H8, something like that. We're rather safe here. One funny variation, by the way, if you play something like this, and you play Bishop H7, what would black play? Of course, anyone? Of course, we just take with a knight, and we are trading queens here. So yeah, no way this will ever work. No way this will ever work for white. Sorry about that, but yeah, you need to prepare for the sacrifice a little more. Have some other piece which can join the party, maybe knight and so on. Bishop G3, please don't play that. You run into E4, I think. So back to HDI. HDI said pawn takes. Interestingly, now we will wait to see how black reacts. Sorry, we will see black's reaction. So if black takes like that, now it's a different story. Now the D file is open. What do you think that means, HDI? Aha, Tori, you're right. Now we take. Now I'm not angry at you if you sacrifice like that. Now it's a completely different story because now you have the D file open. Now everybody understands also why was I so fast in taking on D4. Not so much for taking the pawn. I simply wanted to avoid your rook from joining the battle, right? So um, that's one explanation. No, D takes, and we're waiting to see how they commit. No, if they commit like that, we take and we do the same thing, but now it's a different kind of position. We have pressure on this side. There is a move like Bishop F5. Maybe even Bishop H7 is a threat here, and so on. Yeah, hi Greg. Yeah, nice to see you. Great to have you here. We are looking at this entertaining game, Gukesh versus Kamer. So Kamer took with a knight instead, probably the best choice. Well, we can come to that later. Please continue. Aha, knight takes e5, black took with a rook. I think Kamer, he had prepared all this. He was waiting for bishop d3, and his point was to play this. Very interesting. Funny place for the rook, right? He was hoping to go b5 later and create a counterattack. If h4, he was probably playing g4, and later on b5 was coming. However, I have seen this game, says Santos. Yeah, good. Oh, I see, Tori. Yeah, bishop takes and bishop h7. That's even smarter. You're completely right, Tori. Sorry, I forgot about that simple tactic. I know what you mean. Yeah, you would. Tori is saying that in this line, white would actually threaten bishop takes, bishop check, and finally rook takes d7. Yeah, you're completely right, Tori. Great observation. So anyway, knight takes. So Kamer was hoping to bring the rook to c5 and create some kind of counterplay on this side, even though the rook would be like in a funny place. He still had some faith in this, and yeah, I can understand that. At least black has something going on this side. However, his dreams, they did not come true because of the rook takes e5. What did you play here? Exactly, f4. So beautiful move, very aesthetic. No matter what happens here, black is in trouble. We're opening up the game a little more, the f file, and also the h4 d8 diagonal. So yeah, he was helpless here. Poor Kamer, he was helpless. I think he took on e3. No, he did not play that. Yeah, that's even worse, right? You would just take and you still have a lot of pressure. He played in the game rook c5. He stuck to his idea. And yeah, b4 was played here by white first, so that you kick away the rook from that side. And now we're ready to resume the attack. And it was, yeah, too much. Yeah, the rook is not in a good place anymore, for sure. Yeah, you don't have to tell me more moves. Yeah, something like this was the game, and white had like a very, very strong attack. So yeah, that's how it happened. But now back to the initial question here. Was it really like a big advantage? I actually don't think so. If we go back to this position, anyone, what do you think black should play here? You're right, Sicilian Mayhem. Yeah, very great thinking by Sicilian Mayhem. This was the right choice. Forget about we have ugly pawns and double pawns and things like that. The thing is that here we deprive them of the bishop pair. They don't have that advantage anymore. Imagine a white bishop on c3, for instance. And secondly, this double pawn, it's not that bad. You could maybe play h3 at some point. Maybe you can play king h8 and rook g8. I would say the black's position is quite okay here. The computer gave white an advantage here, but I would say that black is decent here in this position. So e takes f6, queen takes f6. Yeah, exactly. So white can't get an open file. I mean, they can try it in some way, right? But it will take some time. So in the end, you could say, I was going to say that this was like an advantage for white, but maybe it wasn't really an advantage. Had he noticed that g takes h4 was safer, a gamer, I mean, in this game. But okay, it's the human playing, right? The human. And whenever the human has many choices, like here, you can take there, you can take here, you can take that. Whenever there are many choices, also probabilities are high that we go wrong, right? Because we have so many different ways of playing. But in any case, yeah, no matter the verdict here, we can see that this was the right approach to play like that. And certainly we should take the momentum here, play f4 while we have this tension, no? On the h4 d8 diagonal. We don't play bishop d3. That would be like a safe choice. But then black gets some counterplay on that side. Will any example features the Sicilian? Yeah, we're coming now. We're coming now. I can hear you, Sicilian Mayhem. I'm now bringing up a Sicilian example for you. Maybe it's not your favorite Sicilian, though. We'll see, we'll see. But it is a Sicilian. So let's see our next example. I thought we couldn't say goodbye to Anton Korobov so easily. So he appeared again here. I have another Korobov game, but it's on our topic with initiative. So I'm not back in the previous chapter. So you can see this opening, anyone? Yeah, like AK6, exactly. But it's only one example. It's actually both players are AK, as you can see here. Kozak with white and Korobov with the black pieces. Dragon, exactly. Ararat, you're right. Dragon Sicilian, where white has played with fianchetto. You can also get this with reversed colors, right? Everybody knows what I mean. You can get this with reversed colors if you play something like the English with white, something like that. You could easily get this if black wants to. They could play something like, yeah, I just wanted everybody to understand now. If you played something like, let's say, knight here, and you put the knight on c6 and castles, and something along these lines, no, would lead to the same kind of battle, no, something like that. Yeah, I don't know, rook c1 maybe, something along these lines. You would get knight e4, or you could also do it with a knight on b6, of course. You could put a knight on b6 instead, and still you can do the same setup now. So you can get this kind of position with both colors. Anyway, this is from the Sicilian, so it's white who plays. Let me come back to our example. White who plays with the fianchetto, and Cossack played here the move rook e1. So Korobov playing with black. I told you in the previous sessions that he really likes a complex play. And here he found a way to seize the initiative. Please notice that the chess engine will not approve of what he did here. So if you have the engine on while you're solving this, you will never find the right solution, okay? Just for your information, no? This is not engine supported, but for me, it's certainly supported by me. I think what he did was extremely clever. And he really forced his opponent to find the best way to play, and it was not so simple for the opponent. All right, you get 1 minute 30. Take your time. Razor gonna fail. I don't know. You never know. It's not so simple. I can give you a hint also, guys. I can give you a hint. You have to look a little at both flanks, both sides of the board. All right. Something will happen to the left and something will happen to the right also. Okay, I see your point, Yugoslavian Panda and Daniel. I think you can play like that. B5, very natural move. Sarthak, Sui, and so on. Very natural, but he did not play like that. B5, I guess I will take on B5, and I'm happy to open up the A file, right, for my pieces. Want anyone close? Knight C4, Razor, that's a computer move. I see. All those of you who said Knight C4, congratulations. You have played objectively the best move. But you didn't seize the initiative like the Grandmaster did. Rook C4, if you said that, you're very close. Darial, HDI, Ararat, Sicilian Mayhem, and Owen. He played that one move later. Why didn't he play it here? Well, knight takes f6, I guess, and a5. That's my verdict here, maybe. Maybe not. We will come to that. Maybe we'll come to that. Maybe you have improved his idea. Nobody found his execution. Rohan, you were very close. Maybe that was a mouse slip, Rohan. I think Rohan is the one I will ask this for. I will just believe that Rohan. Oh, Chesart found the whole continuation, but I'll ask Rohan on this one. So just for fun, I want to see if you can notice right now the way he played here. Okay, where is Rohan here? One moment, please. Be a little patient with me, and here we go. Aha. Oh, Greg, you were also in the contest. Sorry, I didn't notice. Oh, great. You were very close then. So knight x5. Please notice that when we do this, we improve the pawn structure for white. I hope everybody understands this. No, Dorfman talked about this. Dorfman talked a lot about this in The Method. No, The Method is a book by Grandmaster Josef Dorfman, very famous book. He talked a lot about this, that white is very happy to get this pawn structure like that. Open up the d-file. Botvinnik was the first person, I think, to understand this also. Anyway, sorry, we lost ourselves here. Rohan, you can continue, please. What happens next? Rook c4. So what's going on here? Well, at first, black is hitting the a pawn. White played a5. And you wanted to play this move, right, Rohan? I think if you play that, I'll play c3. Maybe, no? I'm not sure. You have some tactics over here that I haven't yet fully understood. But you can improve your idea, right? Aha, so he played queen c8. So the news for you is that the chess engine, I mean, it's not news, but I'll tell you again, it doesn't really approve of this. But I think it's not easy for white to navigate here. That's what I'm saying. There is some kind of how would you say, trade-off between playing objectively 100% correct and playing in a practical way which puts more pressure on the opponent, and so on. So yeah, anyway, let's check this very quickly. Yeah, queen c8. Now you see these two pawns are hanging. White played f4, counter threat. Now the knight is hanging. However, Korobov, he trusts his attack or his initiative. Please go ahead, Rohan, you can continue. Yeah, white picked up the gauntlet. Oh, you took that one. No, he took the other one. Interesting choice by. You wanted to take like that. Yeah, Mikhail Tal would be pleased with your solution, Rohan. But I don't think it's enough now. It's not enough. We don't have. It takes a long time to bring in the rest of the players now. Bishop takes maybe, but yeah, we don't have access to g4 and so on. I'm not convinced by this. Maybe I can bring out the bishop and the rook and so on. Yeah, not really convincing. No, not really convincing. So take the other pawn, Rohan. Take the other pawn. That's what Korobov did. All right? He took the other pawn. Exactly. Pawn takes. And here he simply took back. Now, keep the tension. Aha, keep the tension. Okay, we will come back to this position. We'll come back to this position. So let's go over your other. Yeah, just take back. What did you guys play here? So, Greg, you got to this position. You were low on time. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm giving you very little time to think. So yeah, we can check the game first if you like. Bishop takes e5 was played in the game. It was troublesome for white to play this position. He played at this point rook e4. That's perfectly understandable, though. He wants to trade off the attacking rook. But yeah, anyone would like to continue? Anyone who would like to play black's pieces here? Santos, all right. Yeah, I can't click because okay, now we're coming. So let's see here with Santos. You can take it from here, all right? If I can activate you. Did I activate you? It's the dog, right? It's moving all the time. This, yeah, crazy classroom. No, it's a great place just for classroom. Don't get me wrong. Now we're on the right track. So bishop takes g2, rook takes. We take on g2, and I think Korobov probably up to this point he calculated, and he said, all right, I have 2 pawns for the piece. I have activity. It's not unlikely that I can make another pawn fall off the board. Here, white should have played what is difficult for many chess players. I include myself. Anyone, what would you think is white's best move here? Queen f3, you're right, Rohan. He should have done this, but we hate to do this, right? We hate to give up pawns like that. But this was the right choice. Something like this should have been played. Those of you who play the dragon, you know about these situations. You have like an ocean of pawns and they have an extra piece or even a rook. Something like this would have been the outcome. I can't really tell you what would happen here. Chances for both sides, no? What Korobov likes, some kind of chaos on the board. But white did not play like that. They did not want to give away this pawn. They played king f2 instead. And here we bring in another piece to the attack. What do you think? Rook c8. Yeah, half a point if you played rook c8. What had white prepared against this? Queen, I don't know. Yeah, what would I play here? c3 maybe. Yeah, very scary to play this with white, no? Bishop takes e3 says, who is moving the pieces, by the way? Bishop takes e3. Wow, can you, Santos, oh, really? Can you play like that? I mean, I don't know. But you're running out of fuel now in this position. But okay, I agree. It's nightmare for me to play this. Knight e4, rook d3, bishop f4. Can I put my bishop here maybe? Try to defend. Wow, I can't say this clearly, Santos. Anyone understands? You blundered the bishop. Yeah. What did I blunder now? Yeah, but okay, this is fine for white. No, this is fine for white. For sure, I'm playing for a win now. Yeah, well, I think so at least. I'm playing for a win. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can try to defend here, but yeah, okay. We're playing blitz now. Make your bets in this blitz game. No, I'm just joking. It's an interesting battle. Yeah, anything can happen. But I will probably take white here. Yeah, I'll take white in this game. Anyway, back to business. Yeah, no betting, please. He played in the game a much simpler move. Anyone, if you don't bring in the rook to the attack, who else could you bring in to the attack? F5. Yeah, almost. Yeah, F5 is half a point. Yeah, he played. Anyone? H5. You're right, Gordon. He played H5 in the game. He played H5, and later on he got a very strong attack in this game. Queen D3, Queen H1, and later on H4. Yeah, you need to see. We'd like to see the whole. This is how the game went. He brought in the rook. Yeah, and the rook came in like that, and white was helpless here against the strong black attack. So, all right, back to business. So we're saying that knight x5 was played after rook e1, knight x5, and rook c4. Korobov notices that he's hitting this pawn and he's getting ready for queen c8. Those of you who said rook c4 instantly, I was trying to figure out what was the difference here between these two moves. One idea was, of course, to go back with the knight, but then I guess you would play rook takes e4, right? This is probably what you wanted to do in Petrosyan. Oh, rook takes a4. Oh, sorry, I'm hanging the pawn. Yeah, sorry about that. I should have seen that, of course. So, okay, another theory is that I take first and I play a5. This time, if you go queen c8, anyone understands this? Is there some kind of difference here, or it's still bad for? Looks bad for white, right? Yeah, I don't understand this exactly. How would we play here then? So, interesting choice, rook c4. There must be a reason why he didn't play it. Why did he want to fix the pawn structure first? Yeah, I can't really understand it, but maybe something like white would get this move with tempo, and it's good for white to have that move in. That I could not get in the other line, right? Because the bishop was not there. Rook e8 maybe. Yeah, now how would we continue here with white? Maybe it means something that the bishop is out, right? Or it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. My line is not very convincing, is it? Oh, please play f4. Oh, sorry, Mayhem. Sure. So we're playing f4 here. Oh, I think we understand now. When you take on e5, you're hitting the bishop, right? That must be the difference, or something like that. Aha. Okay, I agree with you then. I agree with you. In the game, on the other hand, if you take first and then you play rook c4, it's different now. It's different. But f4 was the best move. Now, sorry guys, I know the difference now. I know the difference. Okay, everybody, here is a new quiz for you. Tell me what would have happened here. What did the great Anton Korobov prepare? You get only 35 seconds. I see your point, Sicilian. You would give up the exchange like Petrosyan. Yeah, makes perfect sense. So I changed the moves now, and I played the computer move. just to see how you would react. The computer did not want to play like white played in the game. It had something else going on here. Okay, Charles, congratulations. Sicilian Mayhem, second place. Aha. This is probably what Korova was planning in the game. Smart Goldfish, you get third place here. If you play Queen C8, you're basically back in the game. No, you're not back in the game. No, the game is with A5 included. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Charles, you were fastest, so please go ahead. How did you continue here with the black pieces? This is the reason, right? This is the reason why he took on d5. Yeah, now everybody understands. He did not play rook c4 instantly because he saw that white could play f4, and in that case, we don't have this resource now because the pawn is still on e4. So black would have to go back with the knight instead, and then the rook makes a weird impression on c4. I don't know. Maybe white would play a5 now or something. Anyway, back to our solution. Back to Charles. So what did we say here? We said knight takes d5, and after pawn takes rook c4 and f4. Okay, rook c4 is pretty hard to find. I don't think so. You think so? Who said this, by the way? Hollow Blade. Losing a piece for nothing. But you're not losing a piece for nothing when you play bishop f5. You get a lot of counterplay, right? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding something. So bishop f5 was played. Yeah, seemingly. I think it's very thematic, by the way. The move rook c4 is thematic in the Sicilian, in several lines now. But here it has this point that the pawn was hanging. Anyway, I'm interrupting. Who was talking? Charles now. Okay, Charles, please continue. So if I take, you take, and unfortunately, I'm not able to save this knight. So, I mean, I know I don't have any moves, right? Yeah, I'm just losing the piece here. So, yeah, that was his point. However, the computer, of course, it saw something here. It saw something for white. So after bishop f5, it saw a move that I think nobody can find. But okay, I'll try you on this. So play like a computer and refute Korovov's variation. Yeah, let's see if you can do this. But I think I have an idea about how he would continue. So I will continue like that, and we can talk about it. Okay, you get 1 minute, no? 1 minute. The computer noticed something here. A move for most of us, it's very alien, no? Very alien. So that's part of the story, no? If your opponent can find a move like that. Okay, RKDK, congratulations. Nothing is difficult for you. You found this only in 10 seconds. Not bad. Some people wanted to play rook e2. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would play if rook e2. Can I insist with queen c8 maybe? I just play in the same way? Or no? Pop Fisher, second winner. Congratulations. Razor, yeah. We always know you're around, Razor. You never fail. Good for you. We're waiting for you to reach 2600 very soon, okay? Connor, congratulations. 4 winners so far. Rook d4, whatever you do, don't play knight d4. Yeah, whatever you... So many people said knight d4. We have to do tactics training, guys, if you play knight d4 here. That's like my first dragon tactics, no? If you play like that. So, yeah. Please don't play knight d4. We have to censor this move, right? Now you gave me a reason to play rook c4. Yeah, rook takes d4. Sounds like you're completely right. So please don't fall into this evil trick. I agree that knight d4, strategically, it's a good move. It's a nice place for the knight, but tactically, it's not correct. Okay. Knight d4 was proposed by some people. c3 was proposed by many people. But then you invite the knight to the house. No, don't let me play knight d3, please. My Sicilian heart starts, moving faster now if you play c3 here. What else? Rook e2 was proposed. Interesting move, rook e2. I can't really tell you what would happen here. But I would guess that queen c8 is still strong, and I'm trying to play bishop takes c2. So, all right. Tell us, please, RKDK, you were fastest here, thinking like a computer. Please go ahead, RKDK. This is the way white could have refuted, or at least would have made black's task more complex. Very difficult to see this move, or no? At least for me, it's difficult. Just give away the pawn like that. It turns out that after bishop takes e2, some kind of traffic jam in black's position, no? The knight is hitting the rook, so is the queen. This is also hanging. You would love to play bishop d3, but even this won't work, right? Rook e2, bishop takes e2. Oh, sorry. You had somebody saw more than me here. Rook e2 is bad, says Gordon, because of bishop takes, rook takes, and queen b6. Yeah, typical Sicilian case. No, it's raining tactics. No, careful when you play f4 in the Sicilian, by the way. Yeah, we understand this now. Yeah, great work, Gordon. What are the chances exactly? Well, how could I possibly see this move, knight 92? I agree. We haven't even finished now. So anyway, I was asking who was showing this. It was. Um, RKDK. All right, RKDK. So if I play bishop d3 against you, what would you play now?